And that which is true fantasy cannot be killed. It cannot be proved, but it cannot be killed. And it is what makes us human creatures, able to say, I'm sorry, I was wrong, I didn't understand, please forgive me, please tell me you still love me. And that may be the most important one of all. Because in the world of fantasy, love is primary. Love, no matter what we do or how little we deserve it, God help us all if we had to deserve it. But it is the primary, fundamental foundation of a world where fantasy is possible. Now, I've also had to learn, and the hard way, that God has a sense of humor, and often at my expense. There was one time I was going to Madeleine College in Chicago, which is Catholic, to Wheaton College in Illinois, which is evangelical, and to the Episcopal Diocese of Idaho, which is Episcopalian. I mean, a nice ecumenical trip. And as I was being driven between Madeleine and Wheaton, I could feel myself coming down with a heavy laryngeal cold. It was a lot worse than the allergies I've got today. I mean, it was a real bad laryngeal cold. And I said, dear God, please, please, I've got 11 more talks to give. Please don't let me lose my voice. Within 24 hours, I had the worst attack of intestinal flu I have ever had. And my voice was fine. And I said, I am not amused. It, to a certain extent, changed the way I pray. I'm a little more careful. I mean, give God a chance, he'll give us a poke. And that's wonderful, because that means God is present. God is part of the real fantasy that informs the Gospels, that allows us to believe that God did come, that we're so loved. Not hated, but so loved. I've bumped into a lot of people who think that God is a God of punishment, primarily. You know, if you don't watch out, God will get you. You have to be good, otherwise God will get you. Well, we're not good. I mean, I knew one good person. She was absolutely dreadful. We're far too complicated to be good. But the one thing that saves us is we know that we are loved. No matter what we do, we are still loved. We are God's beloved children by adoption and grace. And nothing can take that away.